Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Emperor, so let's begin from his stats. So I must say that his normal form is bad because like you can see that his magic stats only 150%. It is low on today's standard, but it's okay because you won't stay for a long time on his normal form. And let's take a look on his breath shift. His breath shift, in other words, it is very good. Okay, 200% magic, 200% through double hand, like standard what you get from today mage. And he has 80% health, MP, defense, and spirit. So I can say he is quite decent and not die easily with those stats. But the best passive he has is 200% human healer. This make him really useful, especially on Neo Vision. Okay, 200% human, and he also has 100% LB damage. This is really important because you will see later that his LB is one of his best move on this game. Okay, and on his breath shift, he has 100% fatal damage protection. It's only worked one time like other characters. Yes, on the normal form, he has 3 fatal damage protection, but the chance is only 50%, so it is not reliable. Okay, so enough about stats. Now let's take a look on his normal abilities. So his normal form is only for a setup, okay? Because sure, he can still become fire magic finisher, but his breath shift simply better. Okay, so in normal form, I think what you should do is to optimize his offensive for breath shift form. For example, use his grandest ability to get 120% in peril. And it's also kinda annoying because this is the only source of fire in peril. 120%, okay, for him. Okay, 120% are not amazing at all. Okay, it is kinda standard on today, so limited to 3 uses is kinda annoying. Okay, and yes, you can also use this turn to recover your MP because his abilities, beside fire from below, they cost lots of MP. And for his limit burst on normal form, you don't want to use this because you want to use on your skill that use limit burst crystals to increase your fire from below damage modifier. Remember that the damage modifier will be carried to breath shift form. So like I say, it is his setup ability. Okay, his LP on normal form is totally rubbish. Okay, wind damage, what? He is fire mage. Why it deals wind damage? Okay, so enough about normal form. Now let's take a look on breath shift form. So on breath shift form, he is really strong because yes, like you can see here, fire from below damage, it deals 25 times damage. Okay, but the breath shift form passives will allow him to deal 70 times damage. You can get additional damage modifier buff from your normal abilities, okay? That will increase 25 times. 25 times damage modifier for fire from below. That deal 95 times damage. So this is really high because he has quad cast. And quad cast is not a big problem for him because yes, he is a finisher. So he is not a Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer. So yes, it is very easy, but the problem it is quad cast. Not a problem, but you may not able to land all the abilities on the right time. Okay, because for cast, maybe you don't have enough window of time to use it as proper finisher. But it's perfectly okay, okay? And on his breath shift form, he has 65% damage mitigation. It is spammable and it deals 78 times damage. So yes, it is lower than fire from below maximum damage, but not that much. That's why I think you should use this every turn. Because just think about this, guys. Fire from below is consecutive abilities. So if you die, your damage will be reset. and you need to use it 9 times to reach maximum damage. So when you use Emperor, you definitely don't want him to die. So this 65% damage mitigation is really important. For normal form, like I say, you simply focus on survivability, okay? Because your strongest move will be available on Brave Shape form. And yes, his greatest ability will deal 120 times fire magic damage. This is decent. Remember that you can combine this with other abilities, but the best part is it grants you 200% LB damage. Remember that he has 100% LB damage boost on his passive, so that means with minimum, okay, that with minimum LB damage boost, his LB gonna deal 440 times fire damage. So yes, that's very high. Okay, but it is 15 hits attack, so I think you need a duplicate of Emperor. But maybe, okay, maybe, I say maybe because I don't have the animation, maybe the last hit deal the most damage, so you can time this limit burst with your chainer. Okay, but still, 440 times, you can increase it further. Let's say you're able to increase 100% more from equipment. That's gonna deal insane amount of fire damage to enemy, especially if they are human. So yes, amazing. For rotation, like you can see here, it is pretty simple, okay? Use Rising Inferno, Curse Flare for Imperil, and Red Soul times 2, okay? Because yes, you want to recover MP or whatever. And on the second turn, you can switch into Brave Shift form and spam your fire from below. Okay, and that's it. Very simple rotation. So enough about abilities. Now let's talk about equipment. So yes, his standard form simply focus on survivability because yes, you don't want him to get killed because his fatal damage protection on normal form only 50%. So be careful. And I think LB fill rate or LB regen may be useful on his normal form because yeah, you want to use his ability to increase fire from below damage, and you want to use his limit burst on Brave Shift form. So yes, on normal form, what you need to do is gather the resources for that purpose. On Brave Shift form, easy, simply max your magic and true double hand magic, and if you have spare abilities or accessory slots, then increase his limit burst damage. Okay, and for partner, I think the best is probably this one, Neo Vision Rain. Why he is good? First, because Neo Vision Rain is a chainer, so yes, chainer will pair well with finisher. And remember that this Rain Brave Shift form limit burst is Extreme Nova, so Extreme Nova has long chaining window, so you can, yeah, I can say you can easily land 4 hits of fire from below when using that. And yes, the best reason is because this Rain able to increase 15%, yes, 15% of your fire damage. So yes, it is definitely useful to increase Emperor damage further. Okay, so enough about partner. For abilities level up priority, the first ability you need to level up is All You Hold Dear Should Be Mine, because this will increase fire from below damage and 200% human killer. This will make him insane. Okay, really awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, and you also need to awaken Emperor abilities using Chris. So please awaken it because you still use fire from below even on your Neo Vision. So don't forget to do that. And the second ability that is important is Barrier Bomb. This deals decent damage. It doesn't have consecutive damage mechanic, and it gives you 65% damage mitigation. So this is really useful to keep him alive on battle. On third ability, Red Soul. This will be used to recover your MP on normal form. He uses lots of MP, and with quad cast, be careful. That's when Red Soul come into play because it can easily refill your MP to full. Okay, and the fourth ability, Kneel Before Me, I don't think this is that useful. I think maybe this is only used for 300% magic boost, but for the Spirit Break, I don't think it is that useful, especially if you already have Breaker on your party, but yes, not a bad ability. And the last, maybe not needed, is Conquesting Tyrant. So this will increase Fire from Below damage, but remember, when you switch into Brave Shift form, you won't get passive boost from this Conquesting Tyrant, because yes, passive do not carry over to Brave Shift form. Okay, so yes, unless you are stuck with normal Emperor. Actually, if you also stuck with normal Emperor, it's better to use that Red Soul, because Red Soul also deals 72 times damage. It is pretty decent compared to Fire from Below. Okay, so enough about those things. My conclusion for Emperor. So Emperor is niche mage, okay? He is fire mage and human finisher. So yes, for trial, he can be useful as long as the enemy don't have fire resist. And remember, he's single target attacker, so yes, make sure you bring him to single boss, I mean. But for Dark Vision, this is where he is really good. Okay, because human killer, fire, he can deal very high damage using those attributes when the situation is right. But remember, on Dark Vision, you need to rely on limit burst. Okay, not on Fire from Below, because Fire from Below needs to be used 9 times before it reaches maximum damage. So yes, rely on your limit burst. So for that case, I think you should bring someone like, let's say, Steadfast Soldier Machina, so he can have full limit burst starting on the first turn. So on the second turn or even first turn, you can deal maximum damage immediately. Okay, actually on the second turn, because if you Brave Shift on the first turn too, you still need to use his grandest ability to increase your limit burst damage input. Okay, and yes, I think that's all you need to know about Emperor. For Trust Mastery Word, I don't think it is any good, because we can get Stardust Road easily. So yeah, you don't even want to use this, including himself, because yes, he already has access to Quadcast even if he don't equip Trust Master. Okay, the Trust Master reward only activate dual cast, which is kind of stupid because on Neo Vision he already has Quadcast. So yes, I think you can simply equip his STMR. His STMR is, I must say, it's decent but also bad. It is decent because it gives you nice stats boost, okay, magic and fire resist. But remember, fire resist is niche but definitely useful, 50%. But again, remember, this is STMR and only gives you 60% magic, so I think it's kind of low. Okay, I hope this one, like, let's say, like, give 70-80%. So yes, I think that's all you need to know about Emperor. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Guide. Bye bye guys.